Okay, so for number 12 on the Unit 1 review, we're talking about angle postulate now. And actually, most of this page just deals with angles, not segments anymore. So for angle SAT, so we're talking about this angle right here, this is 32. And TAX is 64. They ask, what is the measure of XAS? So what is the measure of both of these angles combined together? This whole angle. So I'm just going to add 64 and 32. And that is 96 degrees. For 13, it says angle RTD is 24 degrees. Okay. So RTD is 24. And STR is 83. So this entire angle, so this whole thing right here, is 83. What is the measure of DTS? So what is the measure of this one? So I would take the whole angle, subtract the piece, and that would give me the other piece. So if I subtract these, we get 9 and 5. So 59 degrees. For 14, draw and label an obtuse angle, angle FRP. So I want us to draw an obtuse angle. And label it FRP. Now, the F and the P doesn't matter really where they go on either side, but the R has to be at the vertex, the middle one. It says, then draw an angle bisector, RZ. So I want a ray that goes half, that cuts this in half, this angle in half. Okay, so that would be Z. And it says if FRZ is 54 degrees, find the measure of angle FRP. Well, if this is the angle bisector, this is congruent to this. So these are both 54. And so 54 plus 54 is 108 degrees. Okay, so for 15, we draw and label ray AG so that it bisects angle DAZ. So I'm going to draw my angle. And it says here if the measure of angle DAZ is 94 degrees, so we know that a 90 degree is 90, so 94 would just be a little bit bigger than 90. And we need AG so it bisects that. So let's try to make it halfway there the best we can. So here is D A Z, and the bisector was AG. And if DAZ, which is the whole angle, is 94 degrees for the whole thing, find the measure of GAZ. So I'm going to do 94 divided by 2. Since it bisects, this means it's cutting it in half, and that gives 47. Okay, and then for number 16, it says find the measure of the supplementary and complementary angles to the measure of angle P, which is 61 degrees. So for supplement, remember that makes it 8, so that's 180. I'm going to take 180 minus 61, and that would give me 119 degrees. That's for supplement. For complement, remember, we can make a 90. So 90 minus the 61 gives us 29 degrees. And then for the bottom two, you have to again know that the complementary is 90 and the supplementary is 180. So it says if angle 1 is complementary to angle 2, you're given measure 1 and given the measure of angle 2. Find the value of x. So this angle plus this angle have to equal 90. So I'm just going to set up an equation, x plus 7 plus 14x plus 23, and that would equal 90. So if I combine like terms, we get this. We subtract 30, we get 60, and then if we divide, we get 4. So for that one, we just need to know x. But for 18, we need to add the two angles so that they equal to 180 to be supplementary. And then it says find the measure of angle 6. So after we get x, we need to plug it in to angle 6. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my equation. Combine my like terms. Yep. So 180 plus 20 give me 200. And then if I divide 25, we get 8. It says find the measure of angle 6, so plug that 8 back into this here. So 80 minus 27 gives me 53 degrees.